Hello everyone, it's Michelle the Stamp Broker and welcome back to my channel. I know I've taken kind of a break and I really just kind of got out of the habit. Plus I went to a scrapbook retreat last weekend and had a lot of fun. So in front of me I have an iris case and this is like a time capsule. This is from, let me take my hair scrunchy thing off. This is from 3 retreats ago at the same place. So I don't know, 5 retreats total, but it was in the summer and I just can't remember if it was the summer of 2021 or 2022. But this was what I was working on and I had put it up. I have a bunch of these iris containers and I just put it up and I never finished it. And so I pulled it out and I'm like, look, here is the 6x6 pad, and then I have all of these. I had organized all my photos before the retreat, written down what they were. I gathered a bunch of supplies. I had this kit from a workshop kit from Close to My Heart called Stars and Sparklers, and so I was working from that. I had this is what I want to work on today for Mix It Up Monday, and it's my first time to join along, and so I'm taking sort of a base page and an already made star that I made from the workshop, and I'm going to use this photo of my son. But let me just continue on with this craziness. So here is an almost finished layout of my daughter and her best friend, Amy, when they were in Ireland. And I just recently made another layout with these photos because I've forgotten I had already scrapbooked it. And then here is, it just says type journaling under each photo. So this was a 4th of July where I made this really good keto layered cake, and then I was showing how we had a zucchini from our garden. Let's see, here's the other part of it. It was 4th of July 21. Probably this was done in 2021. That's probably when I went to the retreat. So here are more photos. I had taken a photo of my tiered tray, my son and my husband going up a ladder. And so this is like almost finished, but not quite, right? And then this one's almost finished. And then here is a pocket page of a Veterans Day program my son was in. And I noticed I had stamped, it's in 2012, but it had said 2021. So I guess I had 2021 on the brain from this layout, but I went ahead and switched those. And then I was looking, I have wondered for like however many years it is now where this Kiwi Lane template was, and here it is in here. And I'd already traced the paper there, but I don't know what I was going to use with this floral paper. I have slept since then. And then I have this layout that's just not quite finished, and it goes along with the pocket page. And here's another side to it, and I'm not sure this was stuck in there with it. I'm not sure. We had a special guest speaker. I'm not sure, so I need to finish that. And then I have this layout that's almost finished, and this is actually taken at Christmas time when my mom got my brother and me, and she got herself matching Vietnam veteran shirts because my dad was a Vietnam vet. So even though it was at Christmas and there's Christmas stockings, I was scrapbooking it patriotic. And then here is another layout that goes along with all of these. Unless it was a separate year, my here where I live, the 3rd and 4th graders are involved with this program, and so I don't know if this was Braden's 3rd year or 4th year. I had to go back and look. But I'd even cut little flags out on my Cricut So yeah, I have like, yeah, I'm really bad about finishing stuff. This morning I was working on a patriotic layout and I was like almost done, and then I realized I couldn't find this little epoxy circle I had made, and it was like just disappeared on my desk. It took me forever to find it. Let me pause the video and go get that other layout. Okay, so this is the layout I was working on, and this is my daughter at the veterans program, and I had everything done. I even had printed out the journaling and then put it behind this little frame, and then I couldn't find this little baby. Oh, it drove me crazy, and I was going to use it because I circled her here. I don't know if you can see, but I circled her, but I only circled this acetate. So these were, you know, photos taken with a regular 35mm, and I did not want to alter it, other than I did cut them down a little bit. But this layout, I was really proud of myself. I was working again on 4th of July at the retreat last weekend, and I had this started, but I didn't have everything I wanted to use for it, so I took it home and I finished it. I actually finished it down to everything, the journaling, the embellishing. And this is a combination of using Keep It Simple's new Stars and Straps collection. And that kind of, I had to make some stuff on the design team. I had to make some layouts, and so that kind of got me in the 4th of July mood. And so but like I had stamped this out with one of the stamp sets from Keep It Simple, and it did not have it in blue. I only had it in red with me, and I really thought the blue looked better. And let's see, what else is from Keep It Simple? This paper, this paper, this paper, and this paper, and this. But then I also combined some things from, what is that called? Photo Play. These embellishments here are from Photo Play. I believe this veteran, I thought that was perfect because, you know, a lot of patriotic collections are more geared for 4th of July. So I was trying to keep it like with the songs they would sing, Star Spangled Banner, God Bless America, America the Beautiful. And then I have these wood veneer that I got at Hobby Lobby. Sorry, turned around to show you. I got these a couple weeks ago, and they were $2.49, and of course 40% off. So you get 6 of each shape. And originally I wanted to use some, I hear there's some paint pens that you can use to color them, and I wanted them vibrant, you know, like the red that's matching the paper. But in the end, I decided, since I was pulling this very pale wood grain in, and that this paper had kind of an off-white, that I would use these. And I did back this flag with some blue and this star with some red. And I did also use some of these new Kiss sprinkles, Keep It Simple. There's like 3 different collections on the website that are Americana. Here are just flags, and this is a mixture, and then this is also a mixture. But for this one, I used the flags and some of the stars, and it's completely all done. Completely, now that I found that. And so I want to show you, this is not attached to the photo at all, and I just used a Sharpie to circle her. Thought about stamping with some fancy circle stamp with some of my StazOn ink, and I'm like, no, we're just going to use a Sharpie, and then it's fine. It's got a little bit of a haze on it, but I think it'll be fine. And then when it's in the page protector, it's not going anywhere. So I did not use a sketch on this. I just kind of used the photos to kind of help me design the layout. So there's that. Now, what else do I want to show you? This was also in the box, and this is from that workshop. And so I was thinking about using these photos, cutting them down probably to 4x4. It's just us at home. My son with a sparkler or two. Little bit of fireworks, and then there's this. So I'm determined to get these sad layouts that were hiding. They weren't hiding, they were hidden. Get them out, get them finished. So this particular photo was taken on a day when we actually lost my son at a fireworks and music concert that we actually had to get the police to help us find him. This was taken when he was still happy. It was taken in the afternoon, but then, you know, once the fireworks started, he was kind of bored with it. And so I think we decided to pack up and leave early, but then we lost him as we were leaving. There was such a big crowd and it was dark and we weren't going fast enough, and all of a sudden he was just missing. And so luckily I had just taken this photo, and so I showed it to the police officer and they went into action and they found him like outside of the park in the parking area. He had gone like towards the river. It's at a river. And anyway, we have never been back. We have never been back. So I know I have more photos of this, and I'm not sure what year this was. I know where I was working, and I see I got it printed in 2011 from Snapfish, but it was in either 2007 or 2008, and I will find that. I'm going to go ahead and make this layout now. Mix It Up Monday is where you add something to the layout. It can be stitching, it can be stenciling, texture paste. Now I'm not quite sure what I want to do. I do think I want to layer this, and I cut it up. It was a 4x6 and I cut an inch off basically on each side. I'm really thinking it could be a 3x4. So I may go ahead and cut ½ an inch off on each side. It's just a lot of wasted space. And then I want to mat it a few times. And so this is what it looks like here. And so I may want to add some stenciling. I do have hold on, let's see. So today I'm at my standing desk, and so everything is somewhere else. I'm kind of trying it out again. See, these were the stamps and dies from Keep It Simple. It's super cute with the gnomes. I love these titles. Land That I Love, God Bless America, Gnome of the Brave. And then there's the stencil, and it's two that, one is stars and then one are the plus signs, and it says layer them to create a mixture of stars and sparkles. Move the stencils 5 inches up, down, right, or left to create a repeating pattern. So I was thinking that would be cool here, but I also have, and I like these stars better than these stars. I had used this on a layout before I got this from Keep It Simple, but these stars are a little more whimsical and not quite what I'm looking for. So I'll put that aside. And then I also have these enamel stars from Keep It Simple, and these are not going to match. I just kind of have all of my stuff all together. But this is the collection. It's called America the Beautiful. This is what I used on that layout with my daughter, and I liked that it had some off-white. And I heard someone say that she just looks at off-white or cream as a separate color than white, not like as opposed to white or instead of white, but in addition to. And I don't remember who said that, but I really have been taking that to heart. And so on that layout, let me show you again. I just used it as a separate color. I decided that didn't mean this couldn't be on a white background or couldn't have white. I just decided, and see I put white with the cream right there, that it's another color. So I don't know if you struggle with cream and white being on the same layout, but I thought that was good advice someone had said. And then here I marked off what I use out of the pack. All right, let's see. So I'm already making a mess. So I think I was going to talk about this. This is a brand new stamp, and it's called Scattered Stars. And what you do is, I would put it on a MISTI, and then you rotate the paper 45 degrees. Is that right? 45? Or is that 90? No, 45 with this way. So 90, and then 90, and then 90, and you get a really cool thing. And if you don't restamp it, then you have different colors, and it gives it depth. Now I think I could also take it off the carrier sheet and just stamp it here, which is what I might do. So let me make a few decisions and I will come back. Okay, so I decided to use that new stencil from Keep It Simple, and I am not like an expert at mixed media. I used some texture paste, and then I tried to use a red shimmer brush to add the color, but it's kind of like coloring frosting. You can tell it's too pink, so I keep adding shimmer color, and I'm like, this isn't gonna work. So then I actually took a cranberry stamp pad and tried to stamp onto that little piece of silicone. I didn't have enough room, and then I thought, hey, let me see if I actually have the re-inker for some red, and I did have the cranberry from Close to My Heart. So when I added that, I finally got the red color I was looking for. But it had kind of dried out by that time, so I had to spray a little bit of water, soften it up a little bit, and then as soon as I got the red, I started stenciling. Now I didn't stencil the greatest, so you'll see later when I am trying to figure out where everything goes on the layout, I'm trying to cover up some oopsies mistakes. So it is what it is. Maybe I should have just stenciled some ink in with a blending brush, but I thought, you know, hey, I've got this new texture paste. My last one had dried up before I used it all, and I thought, let's try it. So it's okay. It's weird, it didn't have any shimmer from the shimmer brush though, and I put a lot of ink from that brush into that paste, but it is what it is. And in the end, as you'll see at the end, I added a lot of stars, like enamel dot stars, and then some cardstock sticker stars, and then some even clay stars from one of my sprinkles collections from Keep It Simple. So I added a lot of different stuff, and I think it turned out okay. Here I did have that 4x6 photo trimmed down to 4x4 at the beginning of this video, but I ended up trimming it down to 3x4, and then actually, like, I took 1/8 of an inch off of two sides so that I could actually mat it with a 3x4 cut apart in the red, and then with a 4x6 cut apart card. So I don't know about you, but I have a lot of cut apart cards that I know I'll never use, so why not use them if you can for matting or die cutting something out of them. So here I am trying to decide what stickers I want to use from this collection, kind of where, referring back to the workshop guide. And then I pull out my Keep It Simple embellishments, some that came with the kit and some that I had already stamped out and colored, And then I also go through some of my Echo Park. They all coordinate really well. So basically, just trying to create like 3 clusters. I think I got 3 in. I don't have the layout in front of me, and I'm just looking at it on my little phone screen. And I don't know if you ever make videos with iMovie. You can't see your whole screen while you're doing a voiceover. So anyway, my friend Kelly Pyrone, she always talks about how, you know, it's really like a puzzle when you have just trying to figure out where everything goes, right? So it's funny, while I was making this layout, I think I had it done, and then we scheduled a call with my son, who's the one in this photo, and he's actually up in Washington, D.C. this summer to do a college internship. And we were asking him about the 4th of July, and he said no, he didn't really do anything because he said, you know, I don't really like fireworks. He said, remember that time that I actually like left the fireworks and y'all couldn't find me? And I was like, how ironic that you bring that up. I'm just scrapbooking that photo today. And so it's funny how, you know, either this is 2007 or 2008, but he was either 4.5 or 5.5. And I am going to figure that out. But if he was just 4.5, which I really think that's when it was, that has to be one of his earliest memories. And he remembers being bored to death of the fireworks and leaving. And he said he went near the train tracks, but I thought he was near the river. Now, I haven't been there a long time. Maybe the train tracks are by the river. I don't know. And he said he left, like, without us, but I remember that we were all leaving, but it was during the fireworks. So I think that as we were leaving, there was just a large crowd, and we kind of stopped along our way to keep looking at the fireworks, and he kept going. So anyway, I was like, yeah, we never have gone back because it was so traumatizing. And he's like, what was the big deal? And I'm like, we lost you. I mean, it was the scariest thing. I don't think he understands, and maybe he won't until he's a parent. But it's just funny how basically my husband and myself all had kind of like different memories from this event. And there you go, why you should record the story before it's too late and you don't remember, you know, like what actually happened. So I really do need to journal a lot, and I've only left myself a small place to journal, but I really think I may like type it up and put it behind the layout. Maybe put a little tab at the top so that it'll be known to pull it out of the page protector. Anyway, I forgot to mention this at the beginning of my voiceover, but I was supposed to use a sketch created by Shannon Keith, and she's known as Creative Chaos in Tennessee, and I completely forgot I was supposed to use that. When I started going through these layouts and I found this one that needed a photo, I just got sidetracked. I got sidetracked with that whole box, the iris box. So I apologize that I did not use her sketch. I did put it at the beginning of the video so you can see it, and next month I'll try to be better about using the sketch. So anyway, back to the layout. I used a lot of Keep It Simple, and a lot of it's still available. I'll link that collection down below. But I like those little sunglasses, the heart-shaped. Those are a stamped image, and I die cut them and then colored them. The ribbon down at the bottom on the tag is Keep It Simple, and then the enamel stars, and then the clay stars. Let's see, what else did I use? I plan on using some more of it for some later layouts, but I just felt like this layout really needed to be made, right? I mean, look at it. It's been sitting in a box for, I think, 3 years. Just forgotten about and lonely. So I really want to tackle my unfinished projects, and you can only do it one layout at a time, right? Just like, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So it's kind of like that. It overwhelms me, but really all I can do is just one layout at a time. So here's one that is almost finished. I just need to do the journaling and find out the date. But look how much progress I made. And what a cutie pie he is. Definitely a cutie pie. And maybe I'll make a 2-pager, and when I find all the other photos I took of that day. Or maybe a pocket page. So anyway, I hope that you will check out the link down below and check out everyone else that is playing along with this hop. I've wanted to play along for a long time. I just, I get a little overwhelmed with too many commitments, but this was exactly what I needed to get me back on YouTube, to be honest. I have a lot of videos that I have on my phone that I have not edited, and you know, after a while you don't remember what you did. It's like a mystery. So I don't know if I'll even go back, but I need to at least see which ones I want to keep and which ones I might need to go ahead and delete. So anyway, I don't really know how much longer the video is, but like I said, please be sure and go by and check everyone else out. I love watching hot videos and seeing how everyone else like interprets a sketch, or like the Stamp It Like It's Hot, how everyone did the stamping, the frame around a photo. So there you go. I think I'm almost done. I will stop talking so that the video will end, and I hope y'all have a great day. Thanks.